Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sheep Cashier podcast, where here we talk about people, politics, and popular culture. I'm your host, the one and only Austin Creed. My friends, I apologize ahead of time. I'm sick and my voice has been rough. That's why I haven't been able to do as much. That's why my schedule's been a little different. So, until I get better, I'm barely going to be able to do one show. So I apologize if my voice sounds really bad, but I'm gonna try to figure it out. But I was at the doctor's office this morning. That's why this show is getting out later than normal. And I haven't been in the doctor's office for a little while because I take really good care of myself. And it got me thinking about how much your health really matters. And never to forget about your health. Maintenance is important. Doing constant maintenance is very important. If you don't go to the gym, if you don't go and take care of yourself, if you don't go to get out there and really do right by yourself and maintain your health, you will suffer. Let me put it to you like this. Those of you who think you're saving money by buying food that's not that nutritious, it's cheap, it's accessible now, you will pay on the back end in medication, in physical therapy, and in the doctor's office visits you will have on a regular basis. Now, I'm not saying that if you do everything correctly that won't potentially still happen, but I know for a fact that it will if you don't. So you have a better chance, but if you don't, the better chance of if you do, you might avoid those doctor's visits when you're old. My friends, you only get one body, and while there's a lot of focus on mental health, which is rightfully deserved, too many people who focus on mental health forget about their physical well-being. They forget how much the two are intertwined. Too much focus on one can hurt the other. But also, if you take care of your physical body, your mental health will improve. Also, you take care of your mental health, your physical health should also improve. It's supposed to be a team effort. The problem is, too many people forget about their health until it lands them in a doctor's office, or it lands them in a really difficult situation, and then they suddenly want to care and it's too late. My friends, if you really want to care about your mental health, if you want to care about your physical health, you need to start doing maintenance on it now. You might have to do some makeup maintenance, do some back work, backtracking. But that's okay. There's no shame in that. Because if you're still on the younger side, you still have the ability to really get yourself in good shape. It's never too late to start something new or to get back on the wagon if you've fallen off. Forgetting about your health and taking it for granted is the fast track to becoming a doctor's best source of income. And just to go off on a little tangent here, why do you think the government cares so much about healthcare? Answer: because it's how they control you. If they can control whether you live or die, whether you get the medication you need or you don't, they control you. And the government's ultimate goal, whether you believe it or not, is to control you. It's to control your life so you do what they want. The government is built upon power, and power is only orchestrated through control. It's measured by how much they can control you, how much they can compel you. And healthcare is a very, very easy way to do that. All they gotta do is say that they'll somewhat pay for it, and then all of a sudden you'll give it to them, and they'll get to control whether you live or die and how important you are. And for those of you who are uneducated, that's exactly what they did in the Soviet Union. They controlled the process, they abused the mental health industry and said that if you disagree with the party, you must be mentally insane, and and they treated you as such, and they drugged you. If you think it can't happen here, you're a fool. Because no one ever thinks it can happen there until it's already happening. All that to say, it can be avoided if you take care of yourself. And not in a way that's a crash diet that you start and then you give up on it because it's not sustainable. No, you need to find what you enjoy eating already Get the low calorie alternatives to it so it still tastes good and you're still eating. And then you'll be able to live very similarly to how you currently already live. It'll be easier to lose weight when you're eating not less food, but less high calorie foods. See, people overcomplicate the most basic things, and it's extremely disappointing to see. Your health is extremely important, and people overcomplicate it for money. I could tell you, look, I'm not a professional, okay? I'm not a physical therapist. I'm not a trainer. I'm not any of that. I have what's called common sense, which in my opinion is a lot more valuable these days. I could help a lot of people lose weight. I lost a lot of weight myself. I know how to do it. It's not that hard. All it takes is some willpower and the willingness to change some of the habits in your life. It's not too hard. But people want results now. They want to improve their health now. They want to grow a ton of muscle now. They want to look amazing now. That's not how the world works. It might seem that way on the opposite side, but that's only because you haven't been paying attention. You'll think you got injured out of nowhere, that you got sick out of nowhere. No, there is a paper trail. You're just not looking for it, or you just didn't notice it when it was happening. So my friends, don't forget about your health and how important it is to your life. Because trust me, you'll realize it when it goes sideways or goes downhill, God forbid. You'll figure it out then. You won't forget about it then. But when things are good and times are wonderful and you're enjoying your life, it's really easy to just poison yourself, abuse yourself, and pretend like the good times will never stop rolling. But unfortunately, it's just not true. After a summer dies a swan. And after a certain amount of time, your health just starts to naturally deteriorate. And you can do everything in your power to prevent it, which you should. But at the end of the day, it's going to get harder and harder to maintain your health if you're in shape. Or it's going to be harder to get in shape if you are currently not in shape. So my friends, what's keeping you back? What's stopping you from saying, you know what? I'm tired of being a fat slob. I'm tired of being lazy. I'm tired of not looking the way I want to look. Now, I'm aware about performance-enhancing drugs. I'm aware that to look like the guys and gals on Instagram, TikTok, and stuff like that, a lot of them take performance-enhancing drugs. I'm aware of that. Now, I'm not telling you to do anything illegal because that makes no sense. What I'm telling you is what you choose to do is up to you, and there are no shortcuts. For every, quote, shortcut you take, you're paying for that shortcut. Something else is giving. If you're going to try to take a performance-enhancing drug and you think it's not going to affect you and you're just getting all the benefits with no downsides, you're a moron. You're an idiot. You're a fool. That's not how the world works. Okay? For every time you try to cheat the system, it bounces back and you pay. You always pay full price. It's just a question of what you pay with and when. Because it's easy to pay. I prefer to pay up front. I think paying up front is smart. I don't like paying on the back end because then once you pay on the back end, you're usually getting stuck up. Versus on the front end, you can negotiate. You can try to minimize. You can try to get a discount if it's possible. On the back end, you're screwed, man. You ain't getting anything but full price, if that, if not more. So don't think there are shortcuts out here, whether it's trying to get in shape, whether it's trying to get your health back on track or stay on track. No, there are no shortcuts out here. There's just sacrifices. No shortcuts, just sacrifices. And you get to choose what you sacrifice. You choose the struggle, you choose the sacrifice, and you choose whether you succeed or whether you fail. Sorry, my voice is kind of going in and out, so I think I'm gonna end it here because I haven't talked this much since yesterday. But my friends, I hope you learned something today. Because you can take it from me, my health's not good right now, and I'm trying to fix it. And I figured out there were some things I was doing that I needed to fix. So what fixes do you need to make in your life? My friends, God bless you. God bless your families. God bless America. Hang in there and never forget how important your health is. I'm out. Peace.